about African products, but I'm very passionate about businesses and the difficulties that businesses face in starting or getting going. But when we wake up every morning, we develop products and services that allow businesses to function in the space of ICTs. So let me just whip through the presentation quickly, because that's not what I'm here for. But there's a bit of an audio that we can listen to now with the time being. So yes, I was going to go through the presentation, but the presentation itself is not quite as exciting as I wanted it to be.
What is success? Making it to the top? Taking a first step? A wink? Or spreading your wings and taking to the sky? Is it raising a family? Realizing a dream? Owning your own piece of land? That's for you to decide. We are Africom, Zimbabwe's most advanced communications network. Whatever success is to you, we'll help you connect to it.
So, no matter what endeavors you want to get into in business, our role as Africom is to come up with products and services that make it easier for you to start and get going. Those that are already in business, how can we make it easy for you to enjoy telecommunication services? So the plethora of services that are offered in telecommunications, let's go through the rest of them so we can see one picture. Yeah, it was so difficult. And this experience that I had when we started the business called Africom, you had to call a variety of service providers to provide data, internet, phones. In fact, in those days, faxes were quite popular, so fax machines and things like that. What we are saying today is we need to start up and deliver products that give you a business ICT solution in a box. I don't know where the feedback is coming from. That gives you all those services in one. So you walk into an Africom facility, you get this box, you go back to your premises, and all your telecommunications or ICT requirements are sorted. So let's move to the next one. So we're going to talk about convenience, simplicity, cost effectiveness, and wherever you go. In fact, I spoke about 1995 when we started. You had to apply to PTC to get a line for a fixed address, and if you didn't have bills and things for that address, you don't get a telephone line. And for you to move from one business premise to another, it's a mission. This particular opportunity gives you mobility, and people who want to start business today want to be able to move from one place to another. Yes, they use mobile phones, but remember, when you're calling a business, you're calling a place, not a person. So one of our products and services will indicate that you have a fixed services, so that you can call a business, not a person. Let's go to the next one. And that is essentially what it's about. It's about how quickly can you get up and go. How quickly can you participate in your endeavor so that you can get up and go. Those that want to set up branches that already exist, business that exists, how quickly can you set up that branch without the worries that we've had over years? So I think that's some of the issues that we need to deal with in terms of how we can get to our partners going. And to talk more about the various options that we have on offer, I've got one of my colleagues who is going to pick it up and run with it. His name is Kwanayi.
Morning, everyone. My name is SpeaksOn. I'm the current enterprise sales manager for Africom. Just to start us off, we've got an audio file that's also speaking to the product offering that we are introducing today, that is Group Business. Prosper, if you can assist.
We need a supplier who can meet all our broadband requirements.
Internet, mobile data.
A supplier who can ensure superior voice clarity on our mobile lines.
Someone who can connect our fixed lines without delay.
With the new Africom, you get all your communications needs in a single service with a single bill. Connect with a network that believes in your business productivity. The new Africom. Connect to success.
Thank you. I'm going to abuse some of the techniques actually that we're learning from Jonah this morning. Firstly, as a business, I think as Kwanayi has been alluding to, what are the things that you're mainly concerned about when you're starting your business? First and foremost, how long or how much time does it take you to actually set up your infrastructure after, assuming you've gotten your company registration, you've gotten your tax clearance? How quickly can you actually start offering a service to your customer? A friend of mine, one of the guys who actually does strategy for Africom, has given this analogy that you'll find some businesses in Zimbabwe are so small that if the managing director goes to the toilet, the whole company has to close down. So how else can we then extend the infrastructure, or how else can we benefit from ICTs to such an extent that we get a better return on our investment? Now, in terms of how we are actually packaging the products, there are three or four primary pillars for this service. First and foremost, we've got the broadband internet service. Now, you'll find internet nowadays is now ubiquitous, and it's the primary, for most businesses, primary form of communication with your customers. Secondly, a telephony service. How best can you communicate with your customers, either mobile, fixed, or for some of us who are also continental facing. If you're not in the office in Zimbabwe, how can your customers get to you without necessarily incurring additional roaming charges? Third is the aspect of cloud computing, or also hosted services. How can we leverage off these services which allow us to get ICT services without necessarily investing extra capital to set up an ICT infrastructure? Now, our first offering, what we have termed Guru Business Basic. Now, our target market here is essentially the small type of business. Your power of purpose, Jonah, I would use you as a case study. First and foremost, you'll notice if you saw Jonah's contact details, he's actually using a Gmail account. Some businesses, especially internationally, you'll find are actually would not deal with a Gmail, a company with actually a Gmail domain, because it doesn't give that professional look and feel, and would require you to actually register your domain with the registered professional domain, and also have email and web hosting services. Now, in this particular product offering, that is actually what we're giving you. We'll set up your fixed telephony service, we'll set up your broadband internet service, we'll also give you your local domain registration, and also email hosting services. Now, this whole package can actually deploy within 48 hours. So for those of you who are actually looking at starting up your own businesses, or even if you have a business that's already in operation, but it's a very small operation that is also very mobile, because you will find the broadband internet service that we're offering here allows you also to be active even when you're not in the office. So you're not necessarily confined to only offer a service while sitting in the office, but like Jonah is right now, he's delivering his service, but he's also able to keep in touch with whatever is going on back in the office. Now, our second offering, again targeting the small business. This might not necessarily be a startup business, a business that's already been in operation, with up to 5 users working for the business. We are also offering your telephony services. Now, with the telephony services that are available under this package, these are not necessarily restricted to just fixed voice services. As part of our complementing service that Africom has launched, we have the Guru Voice product. Now, this voice product allows you to be available telephonically even when you're not in the office, as long as you have an internet connection. This voice service can actually be used internationally. So even if you travel to America, UK, South Africa on business, you are still able to be available to your customers, to your clients, or to your other employees on the same number that you'd be available using when you're still in Zimbabwe. In addition, the domain hosting, web hosting service is also available. Part of the advantage of having a fairly small or fairly multi-user organization is the aspect of constant communication internally, while at the same time minimizing how much you need to spend for those communication services. Part of this package now, we are also offering unified communication services, which allows their business users to communicate with each other via voice, video, and also chat at no additional cost to the business. You can also have services like file transfer. In addition, we can also offer collaboration services to allow all your employees, even if they're not necessarily in the same office, to be able to work, collaborate on certain aspects of their work by file sharing in remote locations. In addition, because of the unified communication and collaboration aspect, you're able to conduct web or video conferences with your employees who might be stationed in remote offices around Zimbabwe or around Africa. Hence, you do not necessarily always have to be in the same room to conduct your business meetings. You'll find, for example, in some organizations, if the MD is not there or the signatory or the authorized signatory is not in the office, the whole company stops because we have to wait for that signature. With this service, you're able to actually continue your business, your normal business operations as if everyone is in the office. Our third product offering, this is targeting the medium type business. Again, the 4 basic services, your telephony services, again with the ability to roam, to use the service even when you're not necessarily in the same geographical place of geography, that's either in-country or international. The local and domain hosting, the local web hosting service, the unified communication and collaboration service are also part of this package. The addition now that we've added to this bundle is the aspect of how do we then streamline our business operations from a management perspective. How best can we control the operations of our business from a central point? Now, Cumulus ERP is an Africom partner where we are now offering ERP services for multiple departments of the business. Now, this ERP service is actually able, it's number one, it's modular and can actually be streamlined to meet your business requirements. Hence, if you're in medical field, manufacturing, operations, telecoms, etc., the ERP can actually be modified to suit your business environment. In addition, it is also scalable. Hence, depending on the number of users within your organization, you can then add the users as and when you require them. This ERP allows at management level for you to be able to manage the different departments in your organization. There's a module for the sales department, your CRM, the finance department, your accounting, your HR department, your payroll. There's also a module for companies that are in industry, for example, manufacturing and operations. Hence, as a business or in management, you're able to then maintain a global view of what is actually happening within your organization. Again, because this particular service is offered as a cloud service, there is actually no need for you to invest in additional infrastructure, for example, paying for servers, user licenses, any upgrades, or any IT department to maintain the service. Because this service is offered as an outsourced service, hence you do not need to employ additional resources or additional personnel to maintain the service for you. Now, lastly, in terms of the bundles or the packages that are offering, the Flexi. Now, this type of service is for those organizations or those corporates that have already been in business for a while and have certain established systems in place. This flexible bundle allows you to choose whichever services that you want from the complete bouquet that we're offering. So, for example, telephony service, broadband internet, your domain registration, your hosted email exchange servers. So instead of paying for infrastructure to set up an exchange server, the environment, etc., again, this can be offered as a hosted service at a minimum service charge per month. In addition, the unified communication, the collaboration platform, and also the Cumulus ERP are available in this package. So you'll find the beauty of this particular package is you can actually choose the services that you feel your organization would need in addition to whatever you're currently having. At this point in time, I would welcome any questions that you might have in terms of the service offerings that we've just presented.
I believe everyone is ready to connect to success through Africom.